Hello everybody! Today marks the start of Invictus Launch Week 2955, and along with it, Alpha 4.1.1 has been released to the live environment, bringing with it a huge amount of content. Here's what to expect this week. Hosted at Area 18's Bevic Convention Center this year, Invictus Launch Week is the celebration of all things military, where the UEE displays the ships and tools they use out in the verse to keep the civilian population safe from both internal and external threats to our way of life. Along with this display of military power comes the release of new ships that become available for civilian acquisition. This year is no exception and sees the release of some exciting combat-focused ships that I think many people are going to love. The first of these ships is the Starlancer TAC, which I made a video about last week as a brief overview of what to expect from the ship. You can watch that video at the pop-up above. The TAC is the combat patrol variant of the already established Starlancer series from MISC. Until now, players have only been able to fly the cargo-orientated version of the Starlancer, the Max. The TAC has got a lot of people excited and is a total redesign of what we have seen already from the series. Next up is the Mirai Guardian MX, which is another new variant of an established series. The Guardian MX is a missile platform variant of the Guardian that promises heavier armor, significantly increased missile capacity, and damage potential whilst maintaining the ship's sleek profile. All of this does come at a cost to maneuverability compared to the base variant, as well as also losing the bed and habitation amenities. I can see this loss of living space creating a tough decision for many out there as they weigh up the benefits and downsides of this particular variant. A new ground vehicle now that was teased in a silhouette earlier in the year, and one that I'm quite interested in personally. This is the Greycat MTC, or Mobile Tactical Center. This ground vehicle is essentially a very well armoured and well equipped rover designed specifically for dangerous combat zones. The MTC is loaded with plenty of internal storage space, weapon racks and suit lockers ready to deploy at a moment's notice. I can see this being very popular amongst combat-focused orgs during events like we saw in Align and Mine, for example. With the new localization of missions, could the MTC be the perfect companion for travelling between ground missions? A surprise announcement at this year's Invictus is the Anvil Asgard. The Asgard is a variant of the Valkyrie dropship series with a focus on the transport and deployment of ground vehicles at the expense of some of the habitation. These aren't just any vehicles either. The Asgard promises to accommodate vehicles as large as the Nova tank and drop them into the war zone at a moment's notice. It's also heavily armed, bristling with guns and turrets, including 2 size 1 man-mounted turrets at the exit ramp for seeing off would-be attackers during deployment. I can see the Asgard being very popular this year. And last but by no means least, the Aegis Idris is also releasing. A new video was released yesterday in a not so surprise announcement after all the leaks and rumours that were floating around. The model available is the Idris P, or Peacekeeper variant. That is the less armoured brother to the M that sacrifices the spinal mounted railgun amongst other things as well. However, if the rumours are to be believed, those that bought into the K aftermarket kit will be receiving the upgrade to this more heavily armed version as well. Based on the video released by CIG with the aftermarket spinal mounted beam weapon, I would say those rumours appear to be true. The Idris is set to change the landscape of the verse as we know it as the largest player flyable ship in the game right now. If you're interested in learning more about the Idris, outside of it just being released, there is also the opportunity to attend the Idris Experience, where you can walk around the Idris P docked at the top of the tower in Area 18's main plaza. I imagine there will be a lot of players around this spot, so it'll be pretty hard to miss. But what are top spec ships without top spec components? Throughout the convention hall, you will see ship components and weapons displayed around the halls for you to purchase and install your ships all in one convenient place, including many new weapons that haven't been seen before. A new addition to the lineup of components that you will see throughout the hall are the flight blades, which promise to automatically alter the flight performance of your ships simply by installing them. This is just the start of the available blades, with many more types planned down the road. These could be very exciting. Unlike previous years, the ships on display in the convention hall won't be rotating to different manufacturers. What will be changing each day throughout the event are the vehicles available to rent from the rental kiosks around the hall. Each day will be a different manufacturer and will allow players to rent a large variety of their ships for 2 days. The manufacturer days for ILW are: today, May 15th to the 16th, is Greycat and Aegis, where you will presumably be able to rent the new MTC Crown vehicle. May 17th to the 18th is Origin, RSI and Argo. May 19th to the 20th is Consolidated Outland, Misk and Mirai, where you should be able to rent both the new Starlancer and the Mirai Guardian MX. May 21st is Crusader and Tumbril. May 23rd through to the 24th is Anvil Aerospace, where we should be able to rent the new Asgard dropship, as well as the ever-popular Hornet series of fighters. May 25th is Drake Interplanetary, which is interesting as traditionally Drake haven't attended ILW. This has had many players speculating about a surprise announcement for Drake. I think it's more likely that the devs didn't want to spend the time building out another location for Drake Defense Con like they have in previous years, and I can't really blame them with everything else that they've been putting together with this patch. And finally, May 26th is the finale, where the rental kiosk will be allowing players to rent ships from all of the manufacturers who have been displayed throughout the whole event, all in one day. Could there be a surprise announcement to go along with the finale? We'll have to wait and see. Along with all the excitement of the event, there are also new missions running through the week that you can be taking part in. These are essentially UEE combat training missions. Some of the most interesting of these are the Gillies combat training missions. These missions grow in difficulty through 8 separate stages, taking you from going one-on-one with a single seat fighter through to fighting a capital ship with escort if you manage to get through that far. Trust me, it's not an easy task. So that's everything I can think of about this year's Invictus Launch Week. What are you guys looking forward to? Are there any ships in particular you have your eye on? And finally, as always, if you found yourself enjoying the video or found it useful, consider hitting that subscribe button for more Star Citizen content. It would mean the world to me. That's all from me, and I'll see you in the next one.